welcome to Yogalates. I hope everyone is well and you had a good kind of break in some respects last week. And all you're going to need today, as usual, just a mat, or it can be it can be a blanket, carpet down, anything like that. Um, and yes, we have got some Walk Across Texas crew joining us today. Woo, very excited to have you guys. So in case you don't know me then, my name's Alex. I teach Pilates and yoga. I was in the physical education activity program, but I'm now in the School of Visualization and Performing Arts. So I teach our dance science students. Hopefully my dog Lilo will not make an appearance. If she does, I will throw her out, but I usually try and give her some time before I have to shut the door and battle her. Okay, we're gonna get going and we're gonna start standing up. So finding space on your mat, and you'll find that I'll jiggle the camera around quite a bit because I try and get my whole self in and it never quite works. It's either my feet or my head. You'll have to, yeah, floating head. There we go. So I'm going to start in parallel, toes facing forward, heels back, arms down by our sides. And just taking some nice big deep breaths in and out. Trying to let shoulders relax, let the core go, let the glutes go. If standing is uncomfortable, you can hold on to a wall, to a chair, or do this seated. But with your eyes shut, I just want you to try and really take some deep breaths in and out. And try and hear noises in the background. Notice, what can you hear? Can you hear students? Can you hear other staff members? If you're at home, I think I can hear my dog. I can hear construction outside. And once you've acknowledged those noises, I want you to try and block them out. Try and just focus on you. Take some big deep breaths in and out. And we're going to start with a nice, when you're ready, shining up to the sky, breathing in, exhale, arms come back down as we come into a small little Pilates plie, and breathing in, exhale, coming down. So just mobilizing the joint, especially if you've been sat down most of the day, trying to get work done. Just trying to wake up the body. And down. And we're going to go one more. And down. And then we're going to stay in that seat that you've created. And put hands on the thighs. We're going to go into a cat-cow. So I'll just turn side on. Taking big breaths in and out as you move the spine in and out those positions. And like I said before, you can do this in a chair, or you can do this kneeling or on the floor if standing is not an option. Find your own flow, moving each vertebrae at a time. And we'll go into our last one. And then we're going to climb up the legs, uncurl to standing. Big breath in. Exhale. Tuck the chin into the chest. Make as many chins as you can. And roll down. Keep rolling, keep rolling. And then when you get to a position where your hamstrings won't let you go any further, we're just going to rest. Some of you might be all the way down to the floor. Breathe in, bend the knees. Exhale, lengthen. Breathe in, bend the knees. And lengthen. And bending. And lengthening. Breathing in, exhale. Climbing up. Big circle up. Exhale. Let's go back down again. Rolling down. Section of the spine at a time. Bending and lengthening the knees. You might be touching the floor. You can rest the hands on the thighs. Try and find that breath connection. And coming all the way back up to standing. Just take some big shoulder rolls back. Really try and move those scapula on the back of the rib cage. Trying to get rid of any stress, tension you've been carrying. And now coming forward. Good. Now shrugging up and let it drop. Shrugging up and letting it drop. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Breathing in. Exhale. Let's see if we can go down a little bit further. Rolling down the spine. Keep those knees bent when you need to. And just hang out at the bottom of your forward fold. If you can lengthen the knees, great, but don't go into your hyperextension. They need to be bent, great, and let that head relax. Really looking between your legs. I'm going to bend my legs, climb up the thighs to protect the spine, and then roll back up to standing. And up we go. And down with the arms. Find your grounding in the ground. We're just going to make it a little bit wider now for those squats. So we come back into chair pose. You can have arms in heart center, or you can have arms stacked on top of each other. Like you're sitting back on a chair, sending the pelvis back. If you're just joining us, make sure if you are coming in for the Walk Across Texas group that you write your team name in the chat. Good. We're holding it down. I'm going to bring arms to my thighs. I'm going to put my right arm onto my lower back, and I'm just going to twist the body slightly. Knees, everything stays in alignment, just the upper body twisting. And coming back. Breathing in. Exhale, twist. And back. And breathing in. Exhale, twist. And back. Pushing up through the legs. Let's just go into a balance. I'm going to take, you can use a wall to help you. I'm going to take my right leg. We're going to just stand parallel for the minute. Just going to have it resting against my left leg. I could go into heart center. Could go into tree. Face you so you can see what it looks like. Definitely can use the back of a chair or a wall. Breathing in. Exhale, bringing that leg down as we go back into our chair pose. Try keeping those knees tracking over the toes. Working our way through. Trying to keep the chest up. So we don't want the chest to dive as we squat. If you're near a wall, try and send that glutes back to the wall. Try and touch the wall. And up. Good. Last time, staying down. So this time you're going to twist the other way. Putting that left hand on the back. Trying to open up. This hand is just resting. But I don't want to be pulling my legs in. And coming in. Exhale. Open twist. And coming in. And open twist. And back. Last one. Back to center. Pushing through the feet. Come to standing. Find that balance. Holding on or heart center or branches of the tree. Don't look at me when you do this, because if I wobble, then you'll wobble. So just look up over your screen at something else in the room. Deep breaths in and out. Good. Closing down. Before we move down to the mat, we're going to do some nice lunges, and I'm going to do a dynamic warrior too. So I've got my left toe facing the front of the mat, and I'm opening up my right leg. So my back leg is facing you. My left leg is facing the front of my mat. Arms come up. I bend that front knee, and I look over the front hand as I look forward to the future. Two, if you like to take that into a bit of a opening up the heart to the sky, you can, or you can keep the body straight. Try and make this as wide as you can. Four, if you'd like, you can always hold on. Five, or you can do this in sitting in a chair. We're going to go twice more, pushing down that air energy, and hold for 2 breaths. One more breath in. Good. I'm bringing both my feet now to you as I come down into a straddle. Resting hands on thighs, if that's comfortable. If you need to bend the knees slightly, please do. Relaxing the head. If you can touch the ground, do. If not, just stay where it's comfortable for those hamstrings. And we're going to do one more big breath here. Bending the knees, coming up to standing, opening that front leg now. So I'm facing the other way on the mat. And pushing down and up. Good. 2. I forgot to say to people that haven't been coming every week that if you can't hear me or you need extra explanation, please just unmute yourself and speak over because I can't see the chat from where I am. Good. And we're going to do 2 more. Make sure that front knee stays in line with the ankle. 1 more. Find that energy through the fingertips. Big breath in. Exhale. Big breath in. Exhale. Good. I'm going to bring my weight back to my back foot. So I want to be at one end of the mat, so I got mat in front of me. Breathing in. Exhale. Let's do our roll down. Make the triple chins. Keep the head tucked. Support your spine with your legs. Relax your knees. And then we are going to walk the hands out to a nice down dog. So down dog, we want this pelvis to be the highest peak of the body. For me, I have to bend my knees. For me, my feet definitely do not touch the mat. Everyone's different. You might be able to have your feet flat on the mat. If this is really not good for you for the wrists, dolphin is very similar and it's on the arms. So that might feel better. And we're just going to walk through the feet. Deep breaths in and out. Breathing in, exhale. Coming up into plank. Let's bring the knees down as we come into a quadruped. So quadruped being all fours. If the hands are not if it doesn't feel good here for the wrists, definitely please put fists. You can also roll up your mat to give you some extra padding there, especially under the knees as well. We're just going to do, so we're in a neutral spine here. Let's go into a cat-cow here and feel how this feels. Now that we've warmed up, does your spine move a lot more freely? Keep going in this position. I'm just going to move my camera slightly. And moving through at your own pace. Couple more. And then find your neutral. So that's your natural spinal alignment. Let's go into opposite arm and leg reach. So you could just do arms. You could just do legs. Could do both. Watch if you've got furniture too close by. And my whole point is that I'm trying to not let the body rock as I change from one side to the other. Imagining I'm balancing a tray of glasses or something on my back. Keep that head in line. So don't look up at me at the screen. You don't have to stay at my pace either. Just think fingertip to toe. Deep breaths in and out. Do one more each side. Then we're going to go into a child's pose. And for a child's pose, you can go wide with the legs or narrow, just sending the body back. And just relaxing in a comfortable position on the mat. We're going to go a couple more breaths. And then coming out again into that quadruped position. Now we're going to do legs and we're going to tap down on the mat and then tap across behind the other leg. So tapping down and across and behind, keeping those elbows soft. Try and keep the body weight in the center, which is really hard on that crossover. I'm going to do 2 more. And 1 more. Bringing that leg in. So we switch to the other side. Tap down and cross behind. The leg just only needs to come up to glute height because we don't want that lumbar spine to collapse and to be brought into the movement. Two more on this side. And then coming back. And we're going to do thread the needle. So here, I'm going to leave the weight on my left hand. And I'm going to thread my right through. As I do this, I bend my left elbow to bring that shoulder down and head down to the mat. From here, you could stay here, or you could place that hand on the pelvis or to the sky. If it's in the sky, we just don't want it going back into that joint. Big breath in. Exhale. So we go other side. Coming up and threading through. Letting that head relax down. Placing the arm wherever it's comfortable. One more breath in and out. Good. Coming round. So now I'm going to open up. So I'm on my right knee and my right hand, and I can make fist again. Left leg out. I'm going to try and make a really straight line as we lift up and tap. 2, 3, 4. Thinking about that pelvis. Good. 2 more. On that last one, hold it up. We're going to kick the heel to the glute. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Bringing that arm down. We're going to bring ourselves up. So I'm still on that right knee. And now I'm going to go over and dip 1 to gate pose. 2. So this isn't coming from the arms at all. In fact, if I do this, it really helps me think, okay, oblique muscles. 5. We're going to go twice more on this side. Once more on this side. And other leg out. So we'll go from here, other side. 1. You could have the arms out if it's more comfortable. Try and reach over as far as you can. Deep breaths in and out. Good. 1 more. And then that hand comes down slowly. Bring the other leg up for 1, 2, 'Thinking about that pelvic alignment, elbow alignment. Good. Curl. Nearly there. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Coming down onto the glutes. We're going to go into boat pose from here. So I'm on my sit bones. I'm leaning back. I can bring 1 leg up or both legs up. Take the body a little further back. Breathing in. Exhale. Coming over the legs, relax. Let that head come in. And again. Coming back. 1 leg if you like. 2 legs if you like. Another option would be the teaser position, which is the lengthened leg position. Big breath in. Exhale. Breathe from that rib cage. Let those ribs move. And coming back down and over the legs. And now make sure you've got mat behind you. We're going to roll down. Sitting up onto my sit bones as much as possible. I'm going to let my tailbone tuck. I'm going to roll through each vertebrae at a time until I come down slowly to the mat. Bringing 1 leg up and the second leg up into tabletop. With our tabletop, we want our knees in line with that hip bone, because the closer the knees come to the chest, the less activation we've got in the core. And if we can, leaving the legs at that 90 degrees, we're going to tap the toe one at a time to the ground, really securing that spine into the mat. So don't let your natural posture change shape with this movement. Couple more. 2, 1 more. Good. Bringing those legs into the chest and just relaxing that core. Bringing both legs down on the mat, fixing them nice and securely, knees facing the ceiling, arms into the ground. I'm going to let the tail, so tuck the pelvis up each vertebrae at a time, keeping the bottom of my shoulder blades on the mat. Breathing in at the top. Exhale, coming down vertebrae at a time. Pelvis, the last thing to come down. Breathing in, exhale up. Breathing in at the top. Exhale, coming down. Now another option is that I cross over, so I make a figure 4. So I've got my left crossing my right. I'm going to really think about keeping that knee out as much as possible, because as soon as I start to curl up, I want my knee to come and face me, and we don't want that. So I'm going to try and keep that knee out as much as possible as I come up and then back down. That initial push off the ground, I feel like my knee wants to try and join in, and I'm not going to let it. Breathing in, exhale, coming up, and coming back down. And let's switch legs. So same thing. Think of keeping that knee out and back down. This side might feel easier or it might be harder. And up and down. And bringing both legs into the chest. And bringing up the head. And then back down. We're going to go arms behind the head. Keep those elbows nice and wide as we come up and down. You can imprint that spine. Meaning push that spine into the mat to keep it safe. Just go at your own pace here. We're going to do 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Let those arms come down by our sides and pulse. And breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. Twice more. Once more. Good. Coming back in. Relaxing the head down. And just giving the pelvis a shake on the mat. We're going to go into single leg stretch. So we're going to go into that same curl, small curl that keeps the bottom of the shoulder blades on the mat. And then we're going to switch the legs. So we're going to keep the legs as lengthened as possible to really help those hamstrings. We're going to grab the leg, and you can grab the leg at the bottom or you can grab at the thigh. We just try and avoid that knee area. Breathing in. Exhale, bring the legs up to tabletop and switch. Keep going. 4 more sets. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Good. Bringing both legs into the chest. And we're going to roll to a seated position. When we get here, we're going to sit. We're going to put feet together. I'm going to sit up nice and tall as much as we can through tail to head. Breathing in. Exhale. Coming forward over the legs. And I'm trying to really keep that spine lengthened. I walk the arms forward to wherever is comfortable. And just stay there. Taking a big breath. Exhale. Come down a little bit further if you can. Breathing in. Exhale, coming back up to seated. Keeping one leg in this position and sending the other leg away, right in front of you. Same thing, breathing in, exhale, and lengthening. I like to walk the fingers down, see how far I can get. Breathing in, exhale. One more, breathing in, exhale. And on this next breath out, push yourself back. The leg that's out, bring that in. I'm going to pull in. And I'm going to make that twist, similar to what we did in chair pose at the beginning. Now really try and make it wider. And really try and think belly button round. And once more. Nice. And then coming back. So we swap legs. Other leg out. Other leg in. Breathing out. Exhale. Over we go. You might find that this leg is tighter, or this might be a good leg. For me, I know this side definitely takes a lot more breath work to get it to loosen up. Remember, if you're in pain, that's not good for any lengthening. Pain is your body trying to tell you something. Next breath out, bring yourself back up. And let's bring that leg in as we make our twist to the other side. Big breath in, try and bring that belly button round. Try and stay up on the sit bone so don't lean into that arm. And back. Just see how much longer I've got. Oh, good. Got enough time. Coming back onto your arms. So we're going to come into a modified plank. Breathing in. Exhale, send the elbows back. Try and come down as one. Tiny little swan. Breathing in, exhale, push up and back into a child's pose. Really important thing with this sequence is to really watch that lumbar spine. So as you come out, send the elbows back, come down as one. Tiny cobra or swan. Breathing in, coming up and come back to relax. And back out. Breathing in, exhale down. From here, we're going to push up a little bit further to wherever is comfortable. So you could just come up onto your forearms. You could come up a little bit more. Just make sure that core is engaged. So we don't want the shoulders down. We don't want collapsing in the lumbar spine. Big breath in. Exhale. And coming down. Breathing in. Exhale. Coming up. And coming back. Last time out into plank. Breathing in. Exhale down. Breathing in. Exhale up. Breathing in. Exhale down. Breathing in. Exhale up. And back. And just relax in that child pose position. Just stay there a moment. Just need to make sure that I've got my people signed in. But stay there in that position. Take deep breaths in and out. And from here, I'm going to come up. I'm going to come into a crossed legged pose position. Up on the sit bones. Take the ear to one side. Breathing in. Exhale, round. Ear to the other side. And up. Close your eyes. Listen to those sounds around you. Re-engage back in with the world around you. With each breath out, let any stress, any tension go. And floating open the eyes. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you to my regular people that come every week, and thank you to Walk Across Texas teams for joining us.